Should I start with the hairspray?
Yeah.
Today's episode of Does This Work is brought to you by Frizz. So humid out. Hey guys, welcome to Does This Work? I'm Jeanette from Rachael's culinary team, and I'm here to help you test out all those trendy recipes we see on the internet to find out if they really work. Today we are tackling a recipe that I have seen on the internet for so long. I can't believe it's taken me this long to test it. We are testing rigatoni pie. You guys have seen this recipe on the internet. It's that recipe where all of the rigatoni pasta are standing up straight and you make it in a springform pan. I don't understand how it doesn't fall apart, so we're gonna test that today. I'm really excited. We're gonna start with a pretty basic meat sauce. I've made a lot of meat sauces in my day, so when I read the recipe, none of it seemed suspicious. Actually, you only use half an onion, and I actually don't love a recipe that calls for half an onion. You've already got it open. If you put it in a Ziploc bag and you put it in the refrigerator, it stinks up the fridge. So having a recipe that only calls for half an onion is not my favorite recipe, but we're gonna see if the internet is gonna fail us or if we're gonna succeed. We've just got a nice heavy bottom skillet here, a very pretty cast iron, and we're just gonna put like 2 tablespoons of olive oil in there. Put this onion into the oil. You want to make sure your heat's pretty medium. Like Rachel always says, if you burn the garlic and the onions anytime you're making a sauce, you have to start over. There's no going back. You can't just pick out those burnt pieces. It's funny having a whole room of people just stare at me peel garlic. Pop this in there. So now we are going to add in half a pound of ground pork and half a pound of ground beef. I'm gonna grab a potato masher. I love a good Rachael Ray tip, and she always says to use a potato masher when you add meat to like a sauce or a chili. It just really helps break it up. I'm extra excited about this rigatoni pie today. I don't know if it really tugs on the strings of my ancestors and my Jersey girldom, but I mean, I love a baked ziti, so I'm probably the perfect person to give this one a test. Let's check the recipe and see what's next. Oh, we're just gonna season with a little salt and pepper. I wanna make sure I'm following the recipe, because if it doesn't work, I don't want it to be my fault. Do I have any meat on my shirt yet? Maybe a little. There's starting to be some of those like nice brown bits around the pan. The next step is going to be deglazing with a little bit of red wine. Ooh, got it. It's half a cup of red wine. All right, you ready for the sizzle? No, that was a bad sizzle. I wanted a better sizzle. We're gonna let that cook down. Yes, now I'm covered in grease. The next ingredient is a 28-ounce can of crushed tomatoes. I've like literally turned into an Italian grandma who has a basement filled of tomato sauce cans that were on sale. There's our sizzle. The last step of this is to drop a bunch of basil right into the top. Okay, so we're gonna cover this. We're gonna simmer it. It can be for the rest of the afternoon. I think we'll probably give it about an hour. We're gonna come back and looks like we might start making some rigatoni pie.
Are you gonna cover it?
Oh. I think Rachel took the cover to this pot. Rachel took the lid to this pot home. It's one of our favorite pots. So she stole it after a day of shows. I guess you're not stealing pots if your name's on the handle. I love you, rigatoni. My favorite. I'm gonna give this a try. Maddie, come on, you wanna give it a try. Those flavors. Here you go. We're double dipping. Really good sauce.
That's good.
Yeah,
I like that.
so this is 1.5 pounds of pasta. The recipe did not tell me to salt the water. That is definitely something I always absolutely do when I'm making pasta. I feel like Rachel's somewhere in the universe and she's not happy because that's how we always make our pasta here at the show. I'm not gonna salt the water. The recipe did say that we are to cook the rigatoni pasta 3 minutes shy of al dente. Since I removed it from the box, I don't remember what the cooking time was, so I'm gonna go check that out real quick. Cooking time, 12 to 14 minutes. Even the box says to salt the pasta, guys. I feel real uncomfortable about not salting the water. So if it says 12 to 14 minutes, I would assume that meant that 12 minutes is al dente. So 12 minus 3, the recipe says to go 3 minutes shy of al dente, is 9. All right, we are at a rolling boil. Here we go. No salt in the water. 9 minutes, go team. Whoa! It's definitely cooking. So I'm gonna preheat the oven while the pasta boils. It said 400. Again, I'm still feeling real angry that we didn't salt the water. Oh, she's feeling salty or not salty. So this is one 16-ounce container of ricotta, and I'm just stirring in 1 egg, which I was actually very happy to see in the recipe. That just really binds it together. Good pasta waits for no one. Dude, the like Jersey Italian girl in me is so excited for this recipe. I can eat baked ziti every day of the week, I think. Today we're representing Jersey, since we're making baked ziti. Got my hoops, got my big hair. We ready to go. We've got 30 more seconds on the pasta, and then it's building rigatoni pie time. This is the part of the recipe that is probably the most, is that really gonna work? It is time to drain our pasta. The next step of the recipe is to let the pasta come to room temperature. What I would do is I would cold shock this. So I don't feel so great about letting this just come to room temperature because it is technically still cooking. I have pasta in my teeth.
Oh, you have lipstick on your teeth?
How long have I had lipstick on my teeth? Someone get me a glass of white wine and ice. I do love white wine and ice. She'll leave that in, don't worry. Yeah, I'd say we're at room temperature now. I'm gonna pop it in this bowl. See, that's what I was kind of afraid of, that big clump. Toss the pasta in a little bit of olive oil and then some Parmesan cheese. Undisclosed amount, so I'm just gonna kind of eyeball it. This now reminds me of something that I used to eat when I was a child and is absolutely delicious. I'm gonna have a bite, it's so good. I think it's ready for the springform pan. I think we're ready to start stacking. So this is my friend Rachael's springform pan. It didn't tell me what size pan to put it in. This is a 9-inch pan. This is probably why I haven't tried this recipe yet, because if I was making baked ziti at home, this is the time where you just mix everything together and pop it in the oven, and that is the beauty of baked ziti. However, this recipe is so cute that we're gonna see if this works. I am going to lay these in here like tiny little rigatoni soldiers. It doesn't say anything about the broken ones. I'm gonna leave him out of here for a second. Thank you. There's another broken one here, Maddie. Oh, so close. I am pretty skeptical about when we take the ring off this thing, how well it's gonna stick together. I thought that this was gonna be the real tedious part of this, but I'm kind of having fun. So now it looks like it's that time where we're just gonna have to start jamming them in. It's kind of like a little pasta puzzle. I like a good pasta puzzle. I'm not gonna have 6 noodles tell me what to do. 1 more noodle, can we do it? I think we can fit one here. That's it, guys, we did it. Thank you, thank you. Look at that. I'm pretty impressed with how this turned out. 1.5 pounds of pasta. A lot of the holes in the rigatoni are still open. All right, so this whole mixture is going in. Spread this. All right, now it's time for meat sauce. Doesn't say in the recipe to cook it on a sheet pan, but to avoid cleaning more messes, because I already have to clean that one. One last look before she goes in. 415 minutes. Okay guys, so it's been 15 minutes. We are gonna pop into the oven and see what's going on. Well, it's bubbling around the edges. Yeah, I can't really see inside of it, so I don't really know what's going on. So the next step is to top it with shredded mozzarella. Didn't say how much. And then we are gonna pop this back into the oven. It says 10 to 15 minutes or until golden brown and bubbly. Needs to pull the hair back. Getting a little hot. Ponytails up. So it's been about 10 minutes. It said 10 to 15, so I wanna give it a quick look and see if it needs the extra 5. Oh my God! That looks so good. I'm gonna give it the extra 5 though. I want it to be a little bit browner. Closed, 5 more minutes. So like I said, I am an Italian girl from New Jersey, and in my family, we kind of both said gravy and sauce. So what do you guys say? Comment below. Do you guys say gravy or sauce? Model. We're gonna check it out at 15. Yes! That's amazing. Oh my gosh, look at this. That is golden and bubbly and brown. I'm excited. All right, so we gotta let it rest for 15 minutes because this is like a molten lava death chamber right now. I'm very glad I put this sheet tray down underneath it because some oil and some grease kind of leaked out around the pan. Okay, so this has now been rested for 15 minutes. All right, guys, I think it's finally time to rain down judgment. I have hairspray in my drawer if you need any hairspray.
I actually really need hair.
Here you go.
Don't judge me. just
Just look away.
We are officially back for the raining down of judgment. I have here with me a very, very special guest. He's a brand new dad to baby Noah.
That's why the bags under my eyes have arrived.
This is Donal Skehan, and he is going to help me judge this baked ziti.
I am terrified for you as to what's going to happen next. But I have high hopes.
Yeah, so
I have
you've
high
been
hopes.
following the journey.
Now, before you get into this,
Yes.
are you feeling confident that this is not just going to like erupt out?
That has been probably all of the doubt
Okay,
in
right.
my body, is that I don't think that it is going to stay together.
I absolutely love pasta dishes, but I will confess, I don't think I've ever had a baked ziti.
Whoa.
So this is, I feel like I know.
The room erupts.
is shocked. But no, I don't think I ever
You have never had a baked
No.
ziti. Well, it makes this girl from Jersey very happy
excited.
to have provided you with your
Okay.
very first. I would say it's probably a pretty popular Italian-American dish.
See, this is why I think I've missed out on
Yeah.
it. My experience of Italian cooking
Yeah.
has been from Italy.
Okay.
And the Italian-American thing of like these
Yeah.
fantastic, like gloriously cheesy dishes are what I love about Italian-American food.
I'm ready to open it. How about you?
I'm so ready.
You're ready. Okay. So we're gonna open up the springform pan.
That looks good.
That's a good sign.
That looks good.
That's a great sign.
Should I give you a little
Oh my
Look at
goodness! That is seriously good looking.
And it's really firm, right?
What would your mother say about this?
I think she'd be excited.
Especially if she's been throwing it into a casserole all these years. Sorry, Jeanette's mum.
Hi, Joy. It's slicing very, very
This
easily.
looks extremely promising.
Look at this.
Wow.
Wow. Or we lost one on the side, but
Now, in theory, is the sauce meant to have gone into the pasta?
I believe it was.
Okay.
And I think that was something we were a little worried about.
Okay.
Because the recipe said to really jam them in there. And I'm detecting that it did not get very far, did it?
It's not.
Barely any sauce got
Yeah.
in here, and it's all kind of at the top. Let's
No.
give it a try.
Okay, let's try it.
see what it tastes like. A little dry.
So, the meat sauce is gorgeous.
It's really yummy, right?
It's like a dish of two components.
It is.
I've got like beautiful meat sauce on the top with all that cheesiness, and then you've just got pasta.
It's almost like a meat sauce frosting, right? It's 'cause
And when
it's
you see
almost
it, like there's an actual
living,
layer.
It's living at the top, and there's very much a meat sauce topping.
On the flip side of this,
Yeah.
visually, this
Yeah.
looks spectacular. Like,
Spectacular,
bring that
yeah.
to the table, you're gonna get wows,
You know,
oohs, and ahs.
and you know why this did so well on the internet. You know, I mean, on the internet, you're eating with your eyes,
Yeah.
and I understand why people are intrigued in it. I'm gonna say I'm a little disappointed.
I am disappointed that the meat didn't like infuse more flavor
Yeah.
into the pasta. I know that with this would be like a really messy job,
Yeah.
but if you tossed all the pasta in the meat sauce
Yeah.
and then
And
started
then
like
layered it.
layering it,
I wonder if then that would stay together.
I wonder that too. Are you gonna give it another go?
Well, you need to tell me whether or not it worked. That's why we've got you here. What do we think?
Okay,
Honesty.
well, here's the honesty.
Yes.
I think you need to do it again with the meat infused into the pasta.
Okay.
And maybe more spaced out. I don't know
Okay.
if that would help or if
I
it'd hold
think-
together. It's the constant fear.
I would say it worked, but it did not meet my expectations.
Okay.
Now, I know this is your first baked ziti, and I know that you've only been to New Jersey once.
Yes.
But I do kind of have to say, cheers in a way that we do in New Jersey, where you drink a little bit of Pinot Grigio on ice.
Oh, so-
on a nice warm summer day.
So this is Jersey Girl
This
style.
is kind of Jersey Girl
Love
style.
it. I'm
Cheers.
down with the locals. Fantastic. Okay, cheers.
Cheers.
Nice.
Right?
Nice.
Right? It's like
refreshing.
Sangria without the juice. I can't say that my friends in Sonoma County would be thrilled, but my
Possibly
friends
not.
in Jersey, cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers to
I'm on
you
board.
guys.
I'm on board. If we can eat this and drink wine, I'm
I
very
think
happy, man.
Yeah, it's very nice. I think what we've kind of concluded is that we're both equal amounts of thrilled and disappointed.
Yeah, thrilled at the presentation,
Yeah.
disappointed that the meat sauce just hasn't incorporated into that pasta.
I'm gonna give this one more go, guys. Thank you so much.
I don't know if it's just a Jersey thing. I'm pretty sure I've seen my mother put ice in white wine before. So, and my mom knows how to drink. So I hope you got that on camera.
Hi, Mom.
Hi, mom.
Okay, so with some incredible suggestions from my good friend Donal, I think I am ready to make this recipe everything that I was expecting it to be, everything that the internet promised to me. So here's how it's gonna be different this time around. We are definitely gonna season that ricotta up with some salt and pepper. Then I'm gonna transfer that ricotta into a piping bag. Both the meat sauce and the ricotta, it didn't get down through the pasta. It really was only living at the top. I'm definitely going to be seasoning the pasta water with salt. I am going to put a little bit of the meat sauce in the bottom of the springform pan. Donal's suggestion was to toss some of the meat sauce into the rigatoni. Not too much because you still want it to stick together. When I go to arrange the pasta in the springform pan, I might not jam them all in there like that original recipe said to allow for more of the sauce and the cheese to really get down to the bottom. All right, so I think after that bunch of fixes, we might be in business. Let's see how it goes.
I'll do underhand.
Okay.
Woo!
So we've got the new and hopefully improved rigatoni pie right here. I'm going to bake it exactly the way that the recipe said. I think that the baking time was actually perfect. So let's pop her in and see how it goes. So it's been in the oven for 15 minutes. Let's take it out, top it with cheese, and we'll throw it back in. That was a very dramatic door opening. Gong. Okie dokie, here we go. So already we can see more pasta than we were able to see the first time, which makes me think that more of the filling did get down into the pasta. So let's top with some cheese. I'm really looking forward to seeing if this is gonna end up better than the first one, meeting my very high expectations of what a baked ziti deserves to be. So I'm gonna pop it back into the 400-degree oven for 15 more minutes until it's bubbly and brown. I didn't even take a little peeksies this time. It is in the oven. I am going to open it and take it out, and we are going to see if this ziti meets my standards. Ooh, it's beautiful. Nice and golden brown. Ooh, I'm seeing some nice crispy ziti edges. I think that looks pretty good. I'm still seeing some bubbles on the outside. I feel like this one's a little bit lower, which I now feel better about, that maybe some of the sauce and the ricotta mixture really got in there. These crispy edges are just, that's kind of the best part of baked ziti. So I was really hopeful that they're gonna be all the way around the springform pan. There's so much food on me. This is what 8 hours later looks like. The moment of truth. Did our second attempt to make this the elevated baked ziti experience that I am looking for work? Here we go. Oh, okay, as easy as it was last time. Slides right off. I feel like we are almost exactly in the same place that we were last time. I feel really good about this. I am really excited to see that this stayed together. Are we ready to cut it? Should we give it a slice? Should we slice up our pie? My first cut into here, it's as firm as it was the last time, so I'm really happy to see that. Let's give it another slice. Moment of truth. Let's get under here. There we go, guys. Uh-oh, uh-oh. We had it for a moment, and now it seems to be falling apart just a tad. I am seeing though, look at the inside of these noodles. I'm seeing that they're all kind of still covered in sauce. This noodle that I just cut in half is like, it's almost like a little manicotti. It's like filled with that ricotta filling from piping it. It has the sauce all the way through to the bottom, which I'm really happy to see because the last one, the pasta was still all white. None of that sauce really got down. Tastes delicious. I'm gonna give this one more shot and not hold it on the knife. I'm gonna slide it onto this plate. Scoop it up, pop it on the plate. Now guys, at my house, if you're coming to have a baked ziti, this is what your plate's gonna look like. When you're incorporating more of the flavor and more of the sauce into the noodles, it's not gonna bind as close together, but I think I would rather sacrifice the way it looks just a bit for that flavor, because this looks like a much more appealing baked ziti to me than the last round. The whole pie itself is still at a total 100%. That presentation, if you were gonna put this onto your table, I think, you know, it's show-stopping. So then when you're scooping it and serving it to your guests, who's not gonna eat this? Another thing that I'm noticing about this, if you can look in here, like Donal and I were saying the last round, it was almost like meat sauce frosting on a cake. That is almost completely gone, and I would say all of that flavor from the beautiful meat sauce and that really nice ricotta is all incorporated throughout. Let's give it a try. Now that is what I'm talking about with a baked ziti. I just got this really delicious bite of all of that yummy ricotta, which I'm really happy that I seasoned with salt and pepper because I can absolutely taste it. That noodle was a really, really fun bite. It was really packed with flavor and really, really ooey gooey. All right, so I am going to mark this down as a check in the winning column. I am really, really satisfied with the taste and the flavor of this rigatoni pie. I'm gonna write this recipe up for you guys so that you guys can try this at home. It's got a beautiful presentation, it's got absolutely delicious flavor, and when you're putting it on the table, it stays together. Once you start serving it though, it's baked ziti. No one is gonna be upset when you put a big, messy, delicious, ooey gooey, cheesy plate of baked ziti in front of them. I've got one thing that's gonna make this just a little bit better. Cheers. Jersey water.
Guys, if you enjoyed watching that, make sure you subscribe to the Rachael Ray Show. She's doing amazing things over here, so click that button. And if you want more delicious pasta recipes, I've got loads on my channel, so make sure you come over. And until then, we'll just dig into this and drink some wine.
Cheers.
Cheers. Oh, there's my glass. Cheers.